And welcome to the show today. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Cheryl Piper, and this is Heart Mind Conversations with Cheryl Piper. And today we are going to be continuing our theme for the week in talking about how forgiveness can create space. So we have 3 tips on today's show of how forgiveness can create space. So, I pick a theme each week and do a meditation on it on Sunday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and then move into our show on Monday to kind of unpack that theme a little bit. And I invite everyone watching live, watching the replay, to bring in your comments, bring in your questions, because that's what we're here to do, to discuss these subjects and get your opinion and be part of the show. So, again, for those of you who don't know me, I am Cheryl Piper, and my only job is to help you to discover and release the things that are holding you back from living the life that you want. That's it. That's what I do. I'm a relationship coach, whether that relationship is with you in business, with you in your personal life, or with you and you, that relationship that we have with ourselves. So before we get started today, I'd like to invite everyone. I've pushed this out on many different hubs. So if you would like to comment and be part of the show, I invite you over to the original post, which is at Cheryl Piper Sends Love here on Facebook. Or you can simply click on the link that is available in the post, and that will bring you over here as well. So come over, be part of the show, and drop your comments and questions in. So moving forward on our subject for today, 3 tips how forgiveness can create space for possibilities in our life, because that's what it's doing. It's creating and opening up a new space for us to be able to move forward. So, tip number 1 that we're going to talk about today is to let go of anger. Because holding on to anger and bitterness, it really can consume our thoughts. It can take over our life. And when I talk about this, I talk about growing. It's like growing a poison tree inside of yourself. And you think that you were actually putting that energy over to someone else, and you're looking at, oh, someone did this to me and they hurt me and I'm angry and I'm going to be bitter, and I have a right to be mad. I have a right to be angry. And these things, what they'll do over time, because we're kind of holding them inside and we're holding on to that resentment. And so what happens is that's a poison tree. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. Starts to grow inside of us, and we feed it and we feed it every day with our thoughts of bitterness, of anger, of resentment, of victimhood, all of these things that keep us stuck in a space of negativity. They keep us stuck in a space of fear. And when we grow that poison tree, it gets bigger and bigger, and we become more bitter over time. We become angrier over time, and pretty soon we don't even know what we're mad at. You can sit down and think about, you're just so mad and you're so angry and you're so resentful, but trying to actually put your finger down on what exactly was that. Sometimes it can get a little bit lost in that growing of the poison tree and that resentment that we feel inside of us. And so stepping into Let's step into tip number 2, which is seeing the lesson. And when we can allow ourselves to start to see the lesson, like what's really going on here, and looking at the fact that no one is doing anything to us, nothing is happening to us, it is happening for us, and for us to be able to learn whatever lesson this situation came to teach us. And when we can kind of shift that energy away from growing that poison tree, feeling that resentment, feeling that anger, feeling that bitterness, and when we can start to look at saying, well, maybe there's something here for me to learn, because I've been kind of doing the same lesson over and over. When I look at this, it's kind of showing up and showing up and showing up. It may be with a different person. It may be in a different situation. It could be in business. Maybe you go from job to job to job and the same situation keeps showing up. When we can open our minds and start to look and see, maybe there's something else going on here. There's a lesson here for me to learn. And, I call this Earth School. I talk about Earth School all the time because, we have certain lessons here to learn. And it really helps to stretch our awareness into who and what we are, and being able to see these lessons as lessons, learn the lesson they came to teach us, and then move forward and share that experience with wisdom. And there's just no room for a poison tree. There's no room for that when we choose to shift our focus into seeing the lesson, or to see the positive that's really happening here for us. There's something for us to learn. And then tip number 3, which is shifting your energy, shifting your thoughts. And one of the best ways to shift your thought is with gratitude. By finding something to be grateful for, even if it's just the simplest little thing. If there's one thing that we should say each day, it's thank you. If we simply said thank you, we don't have to go into all the details. Going into the details is good. I like to do that. I do it in the morning when I get up, before I actually get out of bed. I think of 3 things that I am grateful for. And then, I get out of bed and I've created that positive momentum. I've created that positive shift for my day to move forward, starting out with positive momentum. And so when we can shift our thoughts into gratitude, and we can see the lesson that this situation has come for us to learn, then we're able to move into that forgiveness and realize that there is a whole world out there waiting for us. And when we let go of that resentment, the anger, the victimhood, all of those things that grow that poison tree inside of us, when we make the decision and the choice to let that go and move into forgiveness, then it does create all this new space in our life. And so with this new space becomes this openness for possibilities, like, wow, all right, now I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really positive. I have shifted my energy to feeling gratitude. I have shifted my energy to seeing the lessons that come before me to learn. And then you're just thinking, wow, okay, now what do I want to do? What do I want to do with this information? Because you're really energized with a lot of positive momentum at this point. And so that's what I mean by forgiveness creates space for possibilities. Because when we have all of that space filled up with anger, or filled up with thoughts of someone has done something to us, We just can't even see the possibilities of where our life could go or what we could create. When we move into forgiveness, then it opens that space for us. And like I said, those possibilities are endless. It can be anything that you can imagine it to be. And so that's our thought process today. That's what I wanted to talk about with our show today. And I invite you to bring all your comments, your questions. Please put them in the comment area, whether you're watching live or the rebroadcast. I appreciate you being here because I know you're busy and I know you can spend your time doing anything. So I appreciate you joining Heart Mind Conversations for the themes that we have for the week and the way we unpack them with meditation and conversation, discussion, and then moving into our interview for the week. So if you are ready to move forward in your journey to a new thought in understanding who you really are, and you're ready to let go of those past issues, I invite you to contact me. You can reach me here on Facebook at Cheryl Piper Sends Love. Just send me a message and we'll set up a time to chat. You can also reach me on my contact us area of CherylPiper.com. So I'd like to thank you again for joining today. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday's show at 1 o'clock Eastern Time here on Facebook. Have a great day, and I'm sending out much love to everyone. Take care.